Welcome to the Boomy Show, a podcast all about gaming and much, much more. So get comfy, take your pants off, and pour yourself a glass of wine. Cause here's the man with the beard that even Odin himself is jealous of. Here's your lord and master, Boomy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Hey, guys, it's me. It's Boomy. I am by myself. There's no one in the studio, which makes sense because it's just me this time. I don't know if anyone knows I've done 2 other podcasts. Maybe we'll get into that later. But yeah, guys, it's me. It's the very first episode. It's January 2015, a new year. New crap to happen, good and bad. Yes, and it's snowy. It is really snowy and it is really coldy outside. It's like a freaking blizzard right now, but that's okay. I'm inside. I don't need to record outside. I mean, I could. I'd have to buy all new equipment. But if you want to do that, go to donatetoBoomy.com. It's not a real thing. But yes, the first show. I'm here finally. Boomy, how did you get here? I'm glad you asked, my tens and tens of listeners, so I will tell you. So, maybe a month or so ago, 2 months ago, I don't remember exactly. I was thinking about podcasting, and I missed doing podcasts and putting my voice out there and just being silly, myself. And I'm like, okay, I kind of want to podcast. So I kind of juggled with it in my mind, like, do I want to do co-hosts on this podcast? Do I want to partner with some 1, 2, 3, 10 trillion people? And then I kind of thought about it. I'm like, what are the reasons why I left the other podcasts? Because real life, right? The real life boss came in and said, no, you may not do this. I will kill you. I'm like, okay, real boss. I won't. I hate you. So I stopped doing podcasting. But now I'm here. And I'm realizing that if I do it solo and by myself, I can do my own time, record whenever I want. Rules are all mine. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I loved my ex-co-hosts. Love them to death. They're awesome people. And I enjoy doing shows with them, right? But, real life, it always gets in the way, right? If our fantasies can just be real. I'm sorry. Anyways, so yes. Sorry, 709 came in for a moment. But yeah, so I'm going to do this by myself. That means my own schedule. So when will I record? I don't know. I will try to keep it as consistent as possible. But as we all know, real life sometimes says no. It gives you the big middle finger, and you're just, you're at the will of real life. But yeah, typically Thursdays will be the day I record because those are my days I have off. I have a long slate of me just being me. Thursdays really in my life are the days that work out the best. So yeah, look forward to Thursdays and then me uploading the show. Hopefully on a Friday, most likely sometime during the weekend or on Monday to start the whole week off for everyone, right? What better to say hello Monday than my voice in your ears, right? And my beard tickling your neck. Tickle, tickle. Bell schnickle. That's an inside joke. So anyways, who am I? If you don't know me, well, I'm sorry. You really should. I am pretty awesome. I'm really not that vain, I swear, but I am pretty awesome. I am Boomy. Many of you know me from World of Warcraft. Very few know me from SWTOR. And I doubt anyone knows me from STO or Star Trek Online. But I am Boomy. So who am I? Where did I come from? Why did I start this whole gaming trek? Well, okay. I started playing in Kata around 4.3, whenever our Twilight was. So that's when I ventured into World of Warcraft and forever had my soul sucked away. Yep, that's pretty much it. I can just end the show right now. I'm a gamer, baby. That's what I do. I if you looked at my desk right now, you would think I'm sponsored by Razer. I've got everything Razer, minus a microphone and computer. I'm sure that'll come next. But yeah, I started in World of Warcraft on our Twilight. That's where I met my co-hosts. Where did I get my nickname? Boomy? Ah, man, we all have our online personas and our online identities. But Boomy came from my friend Gemmet. He gave me that name because at the time in Kata, my main was a balance druid, and I was a boom chicken. Boom, boom. And yeah, so the name Boomy Paul will rest in infamy on that very day that it all happened. So that's where I got my name. That's who I am. I'm more than likely pretty sure that I would respond quicker to someone calling out Boomy than they would my real name. So I don't know if that means I need help. Who knows? But yeah, that's a little bit about me. That's where I came from. Like I said in the past, I did 2 podcasts in the back. I was a host of the Lore Walkers, and I was also the host of the Boomy and Jager Show. And that's, Lore Walkers is where I fell in love with podcasting. My beautiful co-host, Kat, you might know her from Twitter. She and I hosted that sucker together for a while. And then I hosted the other one with Jager. He's also on Twitter. He's a really cool guy. Awesome at World of Tanks. I hate him because he's so much better than I am. 2 great people. Love them to death. They're great. So yeah, that's who I am. That's where I came from. I'm sure we'll get more into that and more into all those other things. But right now, you guys want to know, why are you doing a podcast? Well, let me tell you why. I love gaming. I'm a gamer, right? I came out of the nerd closet 5 years ago to where I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a nerd. I am a nerd. Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, science, nerd, anything. Princess Leia bikini. I am a nerd, and I am proud of it. Also, the other cool thing is I don't look like one. So it's probably why life's a bit easier for me. Yeah, so that's why I came out of the nerd closet, and that's why another reason I'm doing this show, to get my nerdness out there, man. I just want to do it. It's going to be great. But you don't care about that. You want to know what's going to be on this awesome new show of yours. Why should I continue to turn in? Well, I'll tell you why you should tune in. A, because I have a beard. And B, because I'm going to talk about games, man. It's not going to just be a World of Warcraft podcast. It'll primarily be about World of Warcraft, but I'm going to talk about my adventures in SWTOR, Star Wars The Old Republic, and some of my tiptoeing into Star Trek Online. So, those are the big 3 games that capture my time. I do World of Tanks if I'm folding laundry, because that's pretty easy to do. Just shoot a couple things, die, and then don't pay attention, and then do it all over again. It's great. It's like real life. But yeah, those things we're going to do. Segments. Let's talk about segments that we're going to do in the show. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but whenever you start a podcast or anything like that, you're given a rule book. And part of that is, the first rule is don't suck, okay? I'm guessing I don't suck too much. Second rule, news segment. You've got to do a news segment, right? So we're going to do a news segment. It's not going to be tremendously long, because I really want to fill it most of the time with my thoughts about certain subjects and what my rants and ragings are going to be on those said things. So we're gonna hit the news. Luckily it's been the holidays, so there's not much news. So it's gonna be a short segment. Also within these episodes, I'm a big community guy. I love community, right? We're a community of gamers. Back in the day, gamers were shunned. Nerds were like, ew, nerds, I don't like them. Whatever. Hey, Chad. Yeah, but it's not like that anymore. Right now it's like, yeah, hey, baby, I'm a nerd. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I'm rambling. It's cool, right? But we're a community, and there's so many different people in our community that we don't take the time sometimes outside a game to really see what those other people might be doing. So I'm going to do a segment called Community Corner, where each episode I'm going to pick one person out of Twitterverse. They have like a hobby or a thing that they're doing, they're trying to sell. Then I want to promote them. I want to give back to the community that has given me so much that to me it makes sense, right? Who wouldn't want some extra help getting some PR out there, getting more people to know, hey, I make this awesome bar of soap. I think it's the bee's knees, and I think you should have some too. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully every episode, I'm going to not necessarily have someone on, but I will showcase their products through words because it's radio and you can't really see you can't see what I'm doing right now. You can't see what I'm wearing or the lack thereof, right? No. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to do a little PR for these guys, and hopefully more people will click buy. That'd be great, right? I look for it. I mean, I'm a writer. As someone who writes, someone who podcasts, I want people to enjoy my content, enjoy the things that I produced and made. Because, yes, we make it for ourselves, but I really make it for you guys. Because, there's tons of other podcasts, tons of other things on the market out there for us to listen to. But, it's a lot like fishing. You never know who's going to bite, which ones you're going to get. Because I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I get that. I should be. But I'm not. Someone might hate me, might despise this podcast. Like, oh my God, it's like going into a rambling house of, don't know. It's just blah. It's like chaos everywhere. Some people are like, I really like his insightfulness. Yes, I thoroughly enjoy his comments. They are great. Bravo, dear sir. So I get that. So whatever I can do to help, I'll do. Be great. I'm not looking for any here, thank you. Here's some stuff for you. Thanks. I'm not looking for that. If it happens, that's cool. I'll give him my address. But I'm really not looking for that. I just want to help. I just want to reach out and help everyone, right? It's cool. Kumbaya. Let's hug. I'm not a hippie whatsoever. But at the same time, I get it. Other segments we're going to do at the end of the show, every episode, I'm going to do the Beard Hour. That's right, because I love beards. I have an epic one. It's still in training. It's going to get bigger and longer. It's going to be great. So at the end of the episode, before commercials and whenever those come in, I'm going to do a Beard Hour where I'll showcase one entrepreneurial beard company who makes products for people's facial hair, men's facial hair. Hopefully not women's facial hair. That's weird. So yeah, because I love their stuff, I want you to love their stuff, and I want them to also get more PR and more people to recognize and see them. Because there are a lot of bearded guys out there who don't know about beard oils, beard brushes, waxes, shampoos, conditioners. Guys, we gotta take care of the beard. If we wanted to take care of us, it's like a relationship on our face. Take that however you want. But it really is, you gotta take care of it, nurture it, love it, and stroke it every once in a while. Let it know you love it, because it will love you. Is that awkward? Did I make it awkward? That's cool. I like to make things awkward. Keeps you on your toes, keeps you listening. It's like, what else is he going to say? Other segments. There might be some interviews. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet on how that's all going to work. Once again, that goes into my weird schedule. Guest co-hosts, that will happen. I will bring in friends of mine from each corner of the gaming world to come in and sit with me, and we'll talk about certain things. Wouldn't that be cool? I think so. I would love it. And I know you would too, because you love me. But yeah, the main segment of the show will just be me ranting. Me talking about things I love, about a certain subject, or things that I believe companies, am I doing like a foreshadow here, should do different. It's pretty much just going to be my opinions, right? Because this is my show. And now a word from our, not really a sponsor, Lucky Spikes.
Light up a Lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky.
Lucky Spike.
Relax.
It's light up time.
That's right, Boomy. This news is brought to you by Lucky Spikes. Oh, dear Eisenhower. That's smooth. Well, I'm gonna get a glass of water and, here's your news.
It's the news, so let's get into it. Let's go into World of Warcraft and see just what's going on today in the news. World of Warcraft recently just celebrated its 10th anniversary. 10 years, guys. 10 awesome years. So I wasn't there. I was only there for I've only been there for 3 years or something like that. 4 years maybe. Good lord. But yeah, 10 years. So what happened? They had a cool 40-man raid in Molten Core. They also did PvP with Terran Mill, the old South Shore days that I've heard all about but witnessed nothing of them. I never even actually did it during the 10-year anniversary that we had, but it was supposed to end January 5th, I believe, but there was a little bug. Something happened, right? Where it ended, I believe it ended early. So Blizz came out and said, and this is one of the reasons why I love Blizzard, they came out and hey, this be Vol'jin here. I'd like to tell you that the robots came and destroyed some of these things. We are sorry. So, enjoy the rest of this newscast, or I be killing ya. We get the blazing wings are my favorite transmog aesthetic thing. They are amazing sauce. Cool. You just have to do the Fireburst challenge, which was fun. I did not care that I kept sucking at it. It was fun when I finally got the blazing wings, and they look totally kick-ass on my female warlock. Look out. So yeah, there's really not a lot of news. Like I said, everyone's getting back from the holidays, so let's see what's going on in SOTOR. Let's see. Star Wars, the Old Republic Community Cantina Tour arrives in San Antonio, Texas. So these little cantina tours is where devs and I believe community managers get together and go to certain towns for SOTOR members to come and collect together and just meet and talk about, you know, the game they love, Star Wars, the Old Republic. So many stirs games out there. So this says this is your chance to join the Star Wars, the Old Republic community for a development team Q&A as well as a complimentary drinks. My friends, brothers, and sisters, are we gamers not the biggest alcoholics in the world? I mean, whenever I hear about BlizzCon, the Cantina, the Star Trek convention, all I hear is nerd, nerd, drink, 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 nerd, nerd, drink, 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 drink. Our cup, my friends, runneth over. It runs over. It's going to be cool. So if you're in San Antonio, Tech, go out there. Go take a look. Go have some fun, especially if you like Star Wars, The Old Republic. I do. I enjoy it. It's a great game. It's a great game. I know there's something else in SOTOR that just happened, which I enjoyed, because the holidays are over. That means all the MMOs did like their variation of Christmas inside their games. You know, WoW had Winter's Veil, which they really need to update that. Blizz, guys, they really need to update it. I'm bored with it already. I mean, I like that everything's decorated. I wish my garrison had been decorated. It must be because it's a timey-wimey thing. But SOTOR had Let's Celebrate Life Day. I think I don't like the name. I think it's because everyone else took all the cool names. But yeah, they're celebrating Life Day. That was cool, which is cool. You got to throw snowballs at people and collect little parcels, which you can use as in-game currency to buy stuff. I bought a mount, a speeder, that has Christmas lights on it, and when you're moving, it's like freaking jingle bells. It's awesome. So I'm on Tatooine, the hottest place in the galaxy, and it's like freaking, it's jingle bells. It's great. I wish it were snowing there, but it's not. Whatever. Stowe, for their Christmas event, had Q's Winter Wonderland. That is my all-time favorite. Why? Because CBS owns the whole thing. So because of that, are those claymation terrible movies back in the day that we watched, the Christmas ones with the snow monster, the gingerbread cookies, the don't take my gumdrop buttons. They're in the game. You have to go save the gingerbread people from this evil snowman. And their snowmen are Borg. The Borg assimilated snowmen. Wow. Desperate, huh? Not sure what a snow 7 of 9 would look like. That'd be interesting. It'd melt itself, let me tell you. But, yeah, so let's go. Well, speaking of Star Trek, let's see what's going on in Star Trek Online. Now, recently, as of October, they launched their latest expansion, Star Trek Online Delta Rising. You know, you're going back into the Delta Quadrant. Catherine Janeway, 7 of 9. Jar Jar, Neelix, that's where they are. The expansion is pretty cool. Leveling, yeah, that'll be another episode. But I enjoy it. Heck, I am my own captain of a starship. Yes, Earl Grey. Hot. Thank you very much. Let's see what's going on. in our little not much actually. Their winter Q's Winter Wonderland just recently ended. There's not much going on here, really, in Stowe at the moment. So it's kind of like one of those weird holding periods during the holidays, and after the holidays, a couple weeks, bam, the news starts coming in. They're doing bridge officer training. They're just going to update on how we train our bridge officers. That's cool. Build a winter wonderland. Wow, I just realized that Star Trek Online is going into its fifth. What? Wow, it's going into its fifth year. Holy crap balls. 5 years. Wow, that's kind of cool. But yeah, like I said, there's not much going on. But today, well, not much moaning. I mean, there could be moaning. That could be a whole different podcast if we were on Moonguard, right? But today, we're going to talk about community. That's right. Community. That is what this is all about, guys. Community. You, me, the developers, the company, everyone sitting down at the computer playing their beloved games, no matter what they are. Every game has its own little community. We're not going to talk about League of Legends because they're the black sheep. They're going to go over there and be toxic and whatnot. But, okay, they're not all toxic. There are some pretty cool Leagues players out there. But we're going to talk about the communities I know best. WoW, SOTOR, and a little bit of STO. Okay, so today we're going to talk about community. What does community mean to you? First, let's talk about what does community mean to me. Community to me means I am enjoying something, a product, with other like-minded individuals. We're all there for the same reason, to play this game. Now, yes, every community has its troll. Every population within a game has a segment or a population within that is toxic, right? It's inevitable. You're going to get it, whether you're subbing for a game or you're doing a free-to-play. Free-to-play, it's much worse, but every community has its toxic levels, right? So let's go into WoW. Let's talk about WoW a little bit, because it's my main game, right? It's what I know best. So, World of Warcraft, let's talk about its community. I am proud to say that I'm not only a member, but a junior officer, welcome committee member, and banker in one of the largest guilds in the world, Convert to Raid. You know, their podcast, guys, check the podcast out. It's hilarious. The guys are awesome. But, you know, we're a group of thousands of people, right? So we're like our own sub-community within the giant community that is World of Warcraft. I'm part of CTR, right? So we're part of this family-friendly guild and community. And I think it reflects a lot of the other WoW communities, because we're all one, right? That we're a community that a lot of people get together to help each other. You know, go on Twitter, look at oh gosh, the friends I have on Twitter. We're all a bunch of insane nuts who love the game, and we have a passion for this game. And man, whenever a company does something wrong, do we let them know? Yes, we let them know. But a part of community is not just you and I who pay the money or just sit down and play the game for hours on end, being yelled at by family members as to you don't love us anymore, blah, blah, blah. What really makes a community stick together is the game developer who made the game that has built the community around it. So, Blizzard Entertainment. I'm a Blizzard fanboy. It's gonna happen. It's the game I play. I love the Diablo. I don't do StarCraft too much, but I love the cinematics. Kerrigan, yes please. But hey, so you StarCraft guys, much respect and love. Gotcha. My life for ire. But Diablo, love it. Nice and dark and just, it's a Kinkster's love dungeon. That is Diablo 3. It's the company, right? Blizzard came, they had this idea, they built World of Warcraft, and kabam, a community sprung up. But how community works is communication between the company and its players. Now, okay, I'm not saying the players should tell the company, or I'm not saying the company should listen to every single idea the players have, because if that happened, we'd all be battling thousands of zombie dragons and doing poop quests with unicorns. It'd be the biggest insane cluster F in the world, right? So a company doesn't need to listen to us all the time. But a company needs to listen to its community, because its community is its clients. Its clients pay money, whether it's microtransactions with free-to-play, or whether it's WoW, SOTOR, and STO with their subs. We're your clients. We're not asking you to make us so happy that we're bored. Just, give us a little something, right? So part of community is the company, and how the company interacts with its community members. I believe, my opinion, shows the health not only of the company, but of the community as well. So Blizzard, let's go for a great example. Blizzard, 10 years into this mix, right? The 10 years into this thing called the MMO. And I think now they're doing it right. Companies need to look at them to see this is how we do it. This is how we communicate with our community. And this is how we calm fires. We'll get to that with SOTOR and BioWare. But recently, a month or so out, I know, World of Warcraft launched its latest expansion, Warlords of Draenor. We went back in time, going back in time, and it was cool. I was there. I had my Red Bull. I was up, the coffee. Had so much energy drink inside me. I started seeing sounds. It was great. I wore my pants as a hat, but I was so excited. I got in, right? I was there for Mist, and that was nothing but a pixelated nightmare. I spent more time looking at Night Elf Bud than actually doing the opening quest. It was Lag Nation, baby. But for the first 30 minutes, hour of Draenor going live, it wasn't that bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then the queue times hit. The world servers started crashing because everyone and their mother came back to play this game. From 7.8 million subscribers to over 10 million subscribers. Blizzard wasn't ready. Plus, they were being DDoSed like a mother effer at the same time, but you kept going. Yes, the garrison part was fun when everyone was in a garrison. And garrisons are supposed to be single-player housing. So everyone was there, and if you were on a flight path to your garrison, boy, were you screwed. You just hung there in the air talking to the awkward Draenei next to you going, hello. Hello. What are you doing here? I don't know. I need help. I'm scared. Please hold me. I will hold you. Thank you. It was there. It was insane. But I didn't QQ. Why? Because I loved it. I expected something like this to happen. Because I had been preaching, the numbers will go up. The numbers won't go up. The numbers will go up. The numbers will not go up. The numbers went up. And I didn't care. I loved it. I remember one time I was reading a book because the queue to get into Airy Peak, which is where CTR is, oh man, it was like a 2-hour queue, a 2-hour in line. I was like number 2,500 billion to get into Airy Peak, And everyone was going through these issues. Europe was being screwed even more with everything that's going over there. But it happened, right? And it lasted a day and a half, 2 days. It got better. And now it's like, oh, that happened? Okay, whatever. Yeah, cool. That's cool, I guess. I like it. But it's how a company responds. Because I wasn't there for when SOTOR's latest expansion, Riven, came on. But I hear they had a somewhat similar experience where it was Lag Nation. Things were just breaking here and there. And the community on that side were just like, what's going on? And how did BioWare respond? Cricket? Yeah, sorry. That's, hey, it's kind of fixed now. That's cool. Goodbye. What? I paid to play this game, and you are... I don't expect anything, but I kind of expect a little something. I'm not saying I don't know. But then here comes Blizzard. In Blizzard, they're like, guys, listen, we were being DDoSed, but hey, we also weren't expecting as many of you to come back. So it's on us. We're sorry. And that takes a lot for a company with its shareholders to go up and say, guys, we effed up. We are sorry. Here are the reasons why. We probably can't get into every single particular, but these are the main reasons why you had this type of experience. And this, right, coming up, guys, this is how every company, gaming company, hell, every company should do it. Blizzard came to its subscribers and said, listen, everyone who logged on November 14th, which was the launch date, or was it the 13th? But either way, everyone who logged on that day gets 5 free game days. Done. Guys, do you know how many millions, what was that, like $25 million that Blizzard lost out on? But hey, a lot of people argue Blizzard's just there for the money. Wah, wah, I'm going to go occupy something and not do anything with my life. Wah. But that right there should show you the extent that a company is willing to go to say sorry and to, try to appease its player base. Because I think they get it. They get that their community is their clients. We pay them. By our money going into their pockets, they produce more things for us to play. Hello? If you piss off a client, they will leave and not spend money on you anymore. It's business. I am a business owner. I want your money. I will try to please you and give you a product that you love. And if I screw up, I don't want to lose you. I care about you and I want your money. Because your money helps me to produce more things that you like and enjoy. So let's be a partner on this. But I screwed up. So here is this. To say I'm sorry. I can't say it's not going to happen again, but, just to let you know how serious we are about this. Here's 5 free game days on us to every single person who logged in on November 14th, 2014. Guys, that's amazing. That is how a company immerses itself into its community. That is a transparency that a lot of companies don't have with its player base, with its community. And as a community, and I remember reading on Twitter, people were like, oh my gosh, they did what? Some people were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Me, personally, I didn't care. I didn't care. They said something. That's cool. I wasn't expecting a thing. But they gave something to us. And so that's why I believe you will not find a more passionate community than that in World of Warcraft. People who are so loyal to the Blizzard name, to the franchises they come out with, to the people within the walls of Blizzard. We are passionate and we are loyal and we will defend these guys till the day we die or stop playing. Which is kind of the same, right? But yeah, that's community. Like, we came together. The company with us came together. Something was solved. It was good. Awesome, right? But then we go to BioWare, who produces, Star Wars, The Old Republic. And I've talked to a few people online because I'm somewhat new into the game. I played like a year ago, then I stopped playing. But then, I subscribed, and life is a lot better now. That can be a whole different episode about the life of a free-to-play player and the life of a sub player. That's a whole other episode. It might be next episode. Who knows? Depends. But I've been talking to a few people. One primarily is May from the Toro cast. I'm not going to talk about everything we talked about, but she kind of concreted and cemented in my mind a lot of things I've been hearing about BioWare and their lack of community with their community, their lack of transparency with those people who play their game. And guys, they're doing it wrong. There are a few bugs. There's one exploit and bug that's going around right now within SOTOR that on this operations, which I guess you can call it like a raid dungeon and whatnot. I'm still kind of like, what the hell's that mean? Why can't you all have the same name for something? Where a boss drops a buttload of loot, like just stupid. And people are waiting to hear from BioWare about this bug, about this exploit. Now, whenever there's an exploit in WoW, bam! Blizzard is on that mother. Once they find it out, it is gone, it is fixed, and they will say something about it. BioWare has yet to this day, as we're recording, has said a word about this. They haven't even said, yes, we're aware of it. It's the holidays, so once we all come back, we will take a look at it and improve it and fix it. Thank you. They haven't said a word, and there is uproar within the community. There is an uproar with their player base. There's an angst between company and player. That's not good. That creates toxicity. That also makes people leave a game. Now, yes, the extra loot is awesome, right? Should the players be banned for exploiting this? At this point, I don't think so. Why? Because now it's on BioWare, because they're not responding in the way they should. No, they're just like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. Yeah, whatever. Here it is. Here's a half-finished product. Whatever, have fun. No, guys, it's community. As a community, we come together, we help each other. A company should, no, they need to be transparent. They need to be a part of the community, standing shoulder to shoulder with us to help fix certain things. Yes, they have the final word because they are the company, right? But it's how they approach things that makes the community either really happy or really pissed off. And from some things I've read from people who worked at BioWare, from players of SOTOR, they're not happy. There's a community that is not happy. And that kind of starts bleeding into other things where they're not happy with each other, blah, blah, blah. And then there's how BioWare, responds to certain things. Blacklisting podcasts. Their CMs barely say a word. Their devs, if you can get a hold of them, don't say much. To me, it's like a night and day between Blizzard Entertainment and BioWare. But I don't want this to be like the Boomy Show, why I hate BioWare. I don't hate BioWare. And if they blacklist me, hey, that's cool. That's awesome PR. I'll still keep going. I'll still keep ranting and tell you how I feel. But, I had to sit back. I was thinking about this topic the other day. I'm thinking, okay. And I told this to May from the ToroCast. It said, there are a few times as I'm thinking about how BioWare communicates to its customers, to its community, about things, that I had to sit back and think about where Blizzard was when they were 3 years in, I wasn't there, but from, people I've talked to, they weren't as open as they are now, They weren't as, who's the dev? I'm sorry, who's Chris Metzen? What? I don't know who that is. Who's Samwise? What? I don't know. Wowhead. I don't know what that is. Is that in the Karma Sutra? What is that? But yeah, Blizzard, and I really hope that BioWare opens itself up. It looks at what it's doing wrong within its community and look at Blizzard, right? 10 years in, my Twitter feed is filled with dev stuff. The devs are always out there. Thank you, Greg Street, for kind of launching that. Ghost Crawler, who went to League of Legends, it's still painful. We won't talk about that. But he started it. The devs came out, and the player base, the community, sounded with joy. The devs are talking to us now. This is amazing. They're real people. And guess what? They're just as passionate about the game as we are. Except they get all the foreknowledge that we don't get to have, right? So yeah, it took Blizzard some time to get to where it is today. And I don't want this, I hate BioWare, bash on bash. But, yes, it's a biased. I'm a Blizzard guy. I don't work for Blizzard. I'm a Blizzard fanboy. But I see a company that's doing something right, and then I see a company that's doing something drastically wrong, right? And if SOTOR fails, it's not because of the players, it's because of the company and how they respond and how they act with their community. They need to be more open with us as subscribers, as free-to-play players, for anything to succeed. It's like I said before, community is about coming together as one person, right? Everyone has differing personalities, different religions, different politics, different blah, 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 you name it, right? But in the end, we're one community. Why are we here? We're here because we are passionate about a game. We're passionate about the storyline in the game. We're passionate of the mechanics, the loots, right? Or we're passionate because we like this company. And, as May from ToroCast said in her email to me, that, maybe it's her fault because she why can't I just be a player who just plays and kills things, right? But nope, I have to know stuff, right? And I'm the same way. Why can't I just go in and kill Furbog, be done with it, kill some Iron Horde and just go about my day? But no, I need to know what's going on. I need to read the info, right? That's what draws me. It's part of my passion as a community member. And one of the things I offer the community is my passion of wanting to know what's going on inside the circle of World of Warcraft, SOTOR, STO. Now, STO, his community is a little different. They have a great podcast called Priority One, and they're just good Trekkies, right? Everyone knows Trekkies. Not Trekkies from used to be with Method, Raid Team, but Star Trek fans. I mean, You want to talk about a fan base that will just slit your throat the moment J.J. Abrams comes in and wants to f something up. Don't mess with the lore, man. You mess with Star Trek canon, ooh, sniper. But their gameplay is different. It's like Star Trek Online is kind of like an MMO, but not an MMO. It's like a first-person MMO thing where it's like, this is an MMO and I see other starships, but I really pretty much should do all the quests by myself. Yeah, but whatever. But from listening to Priority One and other podcasts, it seems that Cryptic Studios, they're like in the middle between BioWare and WoW, and they seem to be doing things right. Now I see some of their stuff on the Twitter going on. I've actually, talked to them on Twitter a few times. They're cool guys and gals. And they also have, and I'm not saying BioWare employees don't, they do. They have a great passion for their game. And Cryptic has a great passion for their games because they know that their community is very passionate about the game that they are producing. I haven't really heard horror stories from Cryptic Studios, so we're not going to talk about them too much in this, because we are kind of getting long in here. But as we conclude this at this point, just ask yourself, guys, what is community? And what is the developer's responsibility within the community? Do they operate like a jealous god outside of the community? Or do they come into the community with us, shoulder to shoulder, and just want to talk with us, want to communicate with us, want to go, hey, how do you liking this thing? I believe it's Helinka, one of the PvP master, who's constantly asking, say, hey guys, how are you liking this? You liking this part of PvP? I'm not a big PvP player, but I love the fact they will come in and go, hey guys, do you like what we're doing with this thing? And enough people go like, yeah, you know what, I really don't like this thing. We're having bugs. I think this might be a bug, or this is totally not balanced out. And they'll go like, okay, we're going to go back in, we're going to take a look at what you guys said, and we'll see what we can do. And more often than not, they'll be like, hey guys, you're right. Our bad. We're going to go in, we'll shoot out a quick patch, and it'll be done, and we'll continue. It's a dialogue. You can't have community without conversation. And I guess that's what we're having here. We're having like our little fireside chat. But yeah, just remember, community, guys. We're not all going to get along. And I'm not saying every company is perfect. I'm saying Blizzard's perfect in everything they do. I'm just giving you my experience with certain companies and my experience and other people's experiences with companies within their community. But remember, we're all here for singular reasons. Our passion for the game, our passion for the storyline. Something within that game that you play fills something, meets a need that you have. And it could just be as a surface of, I just need something to kill my time. And it could just be something as deep of, you know what, I don't really I'm shy. I don't really talk to people too much outside in the real world. But playing games like MMOs, like WoW, SWTOR, STO, it helps me to open up, not to feel judged. I mean, there's so many great people within all the communities. It's, to me, the WoW community, and as my tiptoeing into the SWTOR community, they're like homes, right? It's like you're going to the home of some of your best friends, where no one's going to judge you for how you look. No one's going to care about whether you're this, that, or the other thing. Whether you like to be tied upside down and be called, I don't know, whatever. Or if you're just like a bookworm and you're a wallflower, they don't care. Why? Because we'll come to the table, drink way too much, and talk about how we just downed that boss in Mythic rating, and he can go suck it and talk about that, or just make fun of everyone that's there, but in a friendly manner, because why? We are all friends. We're family. We're community. So, guys, that's my little rant and rave on that one. We're getting way long into the show right now. I apologize right now if at some point it wasn't balanced or cohesive in there. That's where editing comes in. But really, this is the first show. This is like community. I'm passionate about community. I love it. right? Where we all can come together. This is the great gaming family of World of Warcraft, SOTOR, and Stowe. For the 3 people I know in there. But yeah, remember, guys, community. Be kind to your community members. Remember, okay? Just be kind. Don't judge. Don't be a troll. Don't feed the trolls either. Oh my gosh, don't feed the trolls. Bleh. It's like yelling at the TV and nothing changes, right? Right. So yeah. So let's get to our last segment, shall we? We're going to get to our last segment on the Community Corner. So that's right. This is going to be our very first installment of the segment, Community Corner. So today's spotlight, I'm going to shine the light on a friend of mine, Star Shattered, and her awesome website on Etsy called Star Shattered Designs. If you want to go there, it's at etsy.com, #Star Shattered Design. Guys, this woman has talent, let me tell you. She etches glass, So if this is World of Warcraft centric, and she's done some stuff with Game of Thrones, and I see a dog picture here. That's cute, and this awesome stag. But guys, she etches glass, so you could go on her site and just see these amazing beer steins and flute glasses with the Horde symbol on it, the Alliance Lion, just the Murloc. Hello, Peep. It's like a Peep teacup. Glass cup, and if you don't know who, and it's colored. She's got colored. Guys, this woman is a talent. She's got it. Etching glass. I could never do this, so I bow down to you, Gem. I bow down to you. If you guys don't know, Peep is a bird inside our garrisons, and it's kind of it's a stinker to try to get the stupid thing to land on your head, but when it does, awesome. You have a bird on your head, and Peep's a thing, and Peep is on this glass. Everything, guys, is handmade. It's brilliant. I will be ordering a few things soon. Horde shot glasses. The Murloc thing looks amazing. I mean, the detail is just, it looks like she printed it onto the glass. That's how amazing. I mean, this looks like stuff you would buy in the Blizzard store. So guys, go to Etsy, go to Star Shattered Designs, take a look at her stuff, buy her stuff. Crystal, we love you. You do a great job. Thank you for giving me permission to do this. And guys, I hope you community, go see what they do. It's a Murloc on a cup. Guys, thank you for joining me today. I had a blast. This is the first episode, so yeah, things are going to be a little wonky here and there. I hope it was somewhat structured. It's pretty much just me ranting, right? Maybe I'm saying things that you've been feeling for a long time. I am channeling you. Isn't that scary? Hey, you in the Honda, stop thinking that. That is weird. But yes, I'm totally open to it. So guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening today. Tonight, whenever you're listening to this, maybe in the bathroom. That's weird. You should really stand up before your legs fall asleep. Ugh. But thank you again, guys, for listening. Like I said, I'm hoping to do weekly shows. It might be bi-weekly, depending on my schedule and how things are. So, I've got to go. I got things to do. Mainly edit this sucker. And, yeah, guys, thank you. Remember, community, community, community. That is our mantra today. Go into your community. Be part of your community. If you don't have a Twitter account, get one. Get into your game. Speaking of, Twitter. It's great. You want to come find me? We'll get to that in just a second. But there are a few Twitter things I want you guys to know about. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, I'm mainly on Twitter because I'm not on Facebook. But if you're on Twitter, type #SOTORFamily. Guys, it's in the name. They are their family. I'm a part of the SOTOR family. It's great. If you love SOTOR or just want to get, what are the people like in SOTOR? Go to it. Check these guys out. They're pretty cool. They're really awesome. Also, check out ToroCast at torocast.com. Check out their podcast. May is beautiful. She's awesome. Miner's cool. Raven's awesome. I think it's Raven. I don't know. They're great people. They're great guys. They have a passion for the game. And hey, you got passion. I'm not going to spit on it. It's great. It's awesome. Star Trek Online. They're great Star Trek Online stuff too on Twitter. Another good podcast is Priority One Podcasting. I think they're one of the oldest and biggest podcasts out there, and Cryptic Studios showcases them. Isn't that cool? That community done right from a business. And WoW, I mean, guys, World of Warcraft. Just type in World of Warcraft, you'll get dozens and dozens and dozens of things, people. So, yes, how can you get a hold of me, Boomy? So, many ways. One, pray. I might hear you. You never know. My ears are... The beard just it receives messages sometimes. It's really weird. I don't want to talk about it. How to get a hold of me? Email. If you want to email the show, ask me questions, say, you're totally wrong. And I'll go, well, you're probably right, but I'll change. I'm sorry. I'm not below saying sorry, and I'm definitely not below changing things up and, correcting information. So, yeah, if you want to email the show, email theBoomyShow@gmail.com. That's theBoomyShow@gmail.com. If you want to find us on Twitter, it's @Boomy_Show, Twitter, or @Boomy's Dark Side, Twitter. If you want to find me, I am Boomy_CTR or @C_Silvermoon. That is me. What else? If you have a product you want or something you're interested in and you want us to showcase, let me know. Email me at theboomyshow@gmail.com. And yeah, if you like the show, if you like what you're listening to, rate us on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review, and I will mention your name, and I will praise you. Guys, thank you for coming. Stay sexy. Men, may your beards grow long and thick. Women, stay sexy. Stay awesome. Stay claxy. We'll see you later at The Boomy Show. Hello, and welcome to the Beard Hour. I am your host, Chet Pumpernickel Ficklestein, Esquire. Today, we shall be talking about WindyCityBeards.com for the finest oils, greatest of fragrances for one's beard, and combs and brushes as well. And yes, for our handlebar brothers, they have great waxes in store. So ladies, if you want your man to look presentable and smell fresh, go to WindyCityBeards.com. Thank you, and good day.
I like your beard.